Oh yeah, you need to hear about this interview. I was mad. It's it had some choice things to say. Because I was curious, right? I was thinking after stream, and I think far too much about this game. I think far too much about this game, to be honest. Discord and I'll chat. It was talking about, I was like, did this game go through production hell? What happened with this game? More importantly, I was like, what are the themes they were trying to convey in this game, right? Because that's what I was talking about a lot last time I streamed it. I was trying to think, what narratively is this game trying to convey? Because the plot of it's terrible, right? The plot is just like dog shit. But we all know the plot is dog shit. It's not really a surprise. The moment to moment writing of this game is fucking dire. But it's like all stories want to convey something. That's the point of a story. You don't tell stories, you just say nothing, right? So I was like, okay, what are the themes? And I found this interview, and I'm gonna see if I can find it again, because it really annoyed me. See if I can get the actual article. It took a little bit of digging. Alright, yeah, developer interview. So let me boot into the game. Start up, get moving, and then we'll go through this because it was a little revealing in a lot of bad ways. So let me see. So it's an interview. It's with a few people. I believe the two that talk the most are the Tri-Ace director and the Square Enix producer. Those are the names that come up the most. Mitsuo. Oh god, I can't. Oh god, I'm sorry. I can't pronounce any of their names, and I really apologize because I'm so bad at Japanese names. And Yoshinori Yamagishi. Those are the ones that count the most. But it's basically, it's got like 2 Square Enix producers, 1 Tri-Ace producer, a Tri-Ace director, the Tri-Ace planning leader, art director, and battle planner as well. The battle stuff I didn't read because like the battle stuff's boring stuff, right? No one cares about the battle stuff. The battle system is the least interesting part of the game. Although it's a part of the game I really enjoy, not to be like down on it. And there's a reason why I keep playing this game, and it's because I enjoy the physical act of playing this game. But what we're all here for is like story and themes and what the fuck they were thinking with any of this, right? That's what we're all here for. That's the only thing I want to know. So like the first questions are like, why did you want to go like prequel? And it's kind of just like, yes, after Star Ocean 3, they wanted to go big or go home. So they kind of had to. That went too big, so now they have to go home. So they were like, okay, it's gonna be a prequel. But yeah, apparently they were like, oh yeah, the Star Ocean games have all had, they've all had this UP3 in them. It's like a big thing. I do have A lot of stuff in it. I did explore the desert off stream, so I picked up a lot of stuff. So now I'm gonna go back to all the quests and hand them in, and all the thingy points. So that's why I'm at the colonist, because I went around, did a whole bunch of mining points and stuff. I didn't do any story, but I did mining points, and then came back to the colonist to reset them. But yeah, so like the UP3's been so big that we never had a chance to explore how it came about. So Yoshihara Gotanda initially proposed we create a story about the interval from World War III to the UP3, and that's how it got started. So yes, like they did it. Oh, turn you guys off. So yes, like they did actually intend to make a game about the UP3. You know, it's so strange to me that that was like part of the plan all along. This thing that does not in any way need to be explained. Like, you stole the Prime Director from Star Trek. You don't... And yes, it's completely self-explanatory. Like, yes, obviously, we don't want to... God, I hate these guys so much. Like, you don't want to fuck with underdeveloped planets. That's so obvious. It's like, why even... You don't need to explain the UP3. It does not need to be explained. It never needed to be explained, but apparently, yeah, that they wanted to go back to the very start of the franchise and tell the story of the UP3, right? You would assume that was just a bad idea that just kind of happened. No, that was like, maybe not the initial intention, but it is like, they did intend to it. They wanted to tell a story about the past, and that was the one they could think of. And that's very stupid. So yeah, apparently Gotana wasn't like involved in the making so much as he was like just kind of, from what I can tell from this, kind of just a jerk who came along and would criticize everything they were doing. You know, he would offer his own stringent criticisms and guidance. Apparently, really badly on the art director. The art director got it the most. And it's also so they asked, how do you decide on the title The Last Hope? And they just went, we wanted to express the idea that our last hope after the Third World War might lie out there in the universe. It's clear and easy to understand. It doesn't use any complicated terminology. It's like, okay. Just one more hope. One more hope. But yeah, right after this, I was like, can you explain the themes of the story for Star Ocean 4? And this was the thing I was looking for, right? Because last time I was like, you know, there's the minor themes of, you know, picking yourself up after failures and moving forward, you know, not letting your mistakes define you and all that jazz. It doesn't work because Edge's mistake is killing 3 billion people. But, like, no, I get it. I get those themes. Those are fairly self-evident. I feel like they kind of fuck it up in a lot of different ways, you know, by the fact that, like, Edge should in fact be horribly depressed about what he did. So yeah, let me try and grab this point. So yes, it was they divided it up into big and small themes. So the story that plays out on the surface is the small themes. So it's like frustration and regret with the past, how one moves forward and grows with that, connected to hope, the evolution of the heart, transformation, rebirth, all small themes. Does anyone in chat want to take any kind of a stab on what they say the big themes of the game is? I guess the big theme of the game is because, like, this was kind of my problem last time. I was like, what is the game trying to say? That, like, inaction is bad, but like then ultimately they make the UP3. They're basically like, action is bad because it leads to aberrant evolution, but also inaction is bad because then it leads to people dying. And you've kind of muddled an insane amount of friendship. You think friendship would potentially be a theme? No, sorry, it's not friendship. I mean, you think it might be because, again, Edge's friendship with Danny is what pulls him out of the evil coma that he is in and stops him from destroying the universe. But no, it's not friendship. It's not friendship. Friendship's dead. So the larger theme, this is from IO. The larger theme is balance. Balance in the way we see the world. It's like the game of Othello. If there is too much white, black will diminish. And conversely, if there is too much black, white will diminish. That was the nucleus of the theme we wanted to explore. All things exist in balance. It's not about, this is Tamura, it's not about the simplistic good and evil, but the idea if something becomes too great, it will necessarily diminish something else. That's right, without balance the center will not hold. Excess causes things to spill over into chaos. By the same token, too little of something can never lead to balance either. So yeah, the overall idea of what balance is that forms the background of the story we wanted to tell, I guess it's a little abstract. Sorry. Haha. Hee hee. This game is not about balance. I don't understand. You know, change go to Othello or stuff. But like, no, sorry, excuse me, I've played through this game, eight times that? Oh, Jesus, I shouldn't admit that. I've played through this game a lot. I've considered the themes of this game far more than I should. What the fuck are they talking about? Like, what do you mean too much of something diminishes something else? And it's just like, but then it's like, if it's like balance between action and inaction, right? You know, like, you have to act and not, you know, if it's like Edge is unbalanced, he goes from doing too much action to not doing enough action, right? Then the UP3 completely undermines that. Because the UP3 is about not doing shit. It's it's literally about how you should stop doing shit. It's like, if you doing shit unbalances the universe, it's like, your chakras, bro. But then you have Roke, where if Edge didn't come here, if Edge did not interfere in Roke, this planet would be destroyed. This planet, we've seen Sarah's dream, it would be on fire. Zombies would be everywhere. Zombies on fire, even. It's baffling. I don't understand. I don't understand this, like, the greater theme is balance. Because the thing is, like, I've read fantasy with that theming. Like, explicitly. There's plenty of fantasy out there where it's like, good has gotten too good. Like, things are actually too light, things are too rigid and ordered, and thus we need darkness and evil and chaos. Things need to be in balance. If there's too much good, it's bad. If there's too much evil, it's bad. Very common. I've read plenty of books with that, right? This doesn't have that. This doesn't have black and white in balance. I struggle to understand what the fuck they mean by that, and I don't know if chat is any is like anywhere useful. And the thing about the UP3 having to be strictly adhered to make things balanced is that every other Star Ocean game is about how we must break the UP3. 1, 2, and 3 all break the UP3. All of them! Every single one! This game is inherently about, yes, okay, yeah, they're the girls over there. This game inherently is about the making of a thing that Star Ocean 1, 2, 3, and from what I hear, 6 is about ignoring. It's like, maybe breaking the UP3 is balance, yeah. It's like, so yeah, the fact that they wanted to do a prequel, which makes sense because what can they do? And it's like, they wanted to do a far prequel. They wanted to do between World War III and the culmination of the UP3. And it's like, that's fair enough, but like, the fact that they convalesced on the making of the UP3, but they think their theme is about balance? I can't agree with that. I can't agree with that's their overall theme. I agree with their take on their little themes. I think they do them badly. I think they contradict themselves. But I do think that, yes, the little themes are about picking yourself up after, failing, about frustration and being held back and evolution. Those are all very obvious. The game does not hide those. It's true, nothing is more prime directive than ignoring it for the plot. Yeah, it is actually a good plot device, because characters have to be worried about it, because it is literally the law of the land, but also they're in a situation in which they literally, obeying the UP3 is actively harmful. Bien, I'm on a Bune. But oh yeah, our theme is a little abstract. It's like, no, balance is not an abstract theme. Again, very common. Very, very common theme. There's superhero stuff about it, and it's not even just fantasy. There's a lot of superhero stuff about, Batman, right? It's like the creation of Batman. Did he create his villains? That's balance. That's that theme. The rise of Batman also gave rise to, bad to say nut jobs, terrible. Sorry about that. But he inherently made his villains. That is a theme that Batman has talked about throughout the existence of Batman, right? And that's balance. That's the existence of Batman did that lead to the creation of his villains to balance him out, right? Or was it the rise of these, weird villains that led to the creation of Batman? Balance is a nothing theme by itself. Okay, also as well. By itself, balance, not a very compelling theme. That, things need to be in balance. If you have too much of something, it's bad, and too little of something is bad. It's like, yes, that's obvious. That's, again, the perils of capitalism. Is inherently a story about balance too. The fucking wealth gap is a story about imbalance. Is it bad that 1% of the population have 99% of the wealth? It's like, yes, that's inherently imbalanced. So it's like, I don't know, this interview annoyed me. That annoyed me because one, nothing about this game is about balance. And two, it's not an inherently interesting theme by itself without everything else. And so it doesn't tie into their small themes. They only talk about the small themes. Then they're like, the big theme. But it's like, but your small themes are supposed to lead into your big theme. That's the point of having small and big themes. They need to in some way connect in order for the story to have any kind of flowing. And yeah, the fact that it's like, oh no, I already got the chest over here. It is, I don't know what alternate Earth was. Again, I think that like, I don't think it's inherently wrong to be like, here's what giving technology to people who don't know what to do with it. You know, Turn A Gundam does that. Turn A Gundam is such a good... If you've not watched it, watch it. We also did a podcast on it. Listen to that. It's a great show. But it also does the, like, people unearth technology that they don't know. They don't know how to handle it properly to absolutely disastrous consequences. And you can do that. I just think this game does it really badly because Edge gives it up to the obviously evil Nazi lady. There's really... That whole scene is... It's kind of an encapsulation of a character doing something incredibly stupid to get where the plot wants to go. Because the start of the cutscene is you confront this Nazi lady who has kidnapped your friend, tortured your brand new cat lady friend, is keeping monsters in her basement, and is just overall really nasty. She's just nasty. And then you confront her. Oops, that is a quicksand pit. You avoid. You don't want to get warped back to the beginning of the area. Yes, I mean, the fact that they made it Earth. I think they made it Earth as a manipulation tactic. Like, very much I think they made it Earth so that you, the player, would feel, oh no! A mistake we made can destroy my planet. They reckon that people would have more sympathy for, Earth getting blown up than an alien world. Which is probably true. It's probably not untrue. People see alien worlds get blown up all the time in video games. People see the Earth get blown up too, though, you know. I don't know, Independence Day, that White House get blown up. I feel like they just wanted, like... They wanted some iconic imagery, essentially. They wanted... What they really wanted was to one-up Star Ocean 3. The Star Ocean thing is the worry of the EP3 and given a cannon to a backwards planet, and you see the effect of war, and people die. And I think they just wanted to one-up it. Oh, no, there's an interesting point. There is an interesting point. I'm bringing it up now. You're thinking of people dying. Oh man, I hate fighting these guys in space. Jenny's so bad at the harpies. So bad at the harpies. Alright. So, because this is a spoiler stream, because fuck it. So now at the end of Rogue, don't you silence me, asshole. At the end of Rogue, Denny goes evil because the Nomad people who have been kidnapped die, right? This is something else that really annoyed me in the interview. And it does tie in with Edge and Alternate Earth. So, a lot of the thing about Alternate Earth that the characters have been saying is that it wasn't really Edge's fault, and Elena's gonna make this point later. That it wasn't really Edge's fault because who are you to think you can mess with fate, right? So, there's one point in the interview where they literally asked, let me see if I can find it. They talk about the character models, and oh, by the way, they say that FaZe and Lima were envisioned as complementary characters, two sides of the same coin. They have the same personality. What they have lost is inverted. That's why they're attracted to each other. Gross, disgusting. Moving on. Yeah, there's a thing. There's definitely a thing here. Yeah. The fucking 16-year-old looks like 6. Yeah. Literally just admitting attracted to FaZe. Yeah. And FaZe is attracted to her. Just find that out there. God, I'm getting through so much shit. Oh yeah, their favorite private action is the Raimi shower scene. If you want to know about the people who made this game, they're gross. Unsilence my. Yeah, their situations are not mirrored. No, 100%. It's. I think they're trying to go, but the thing about it is Limmel's situation, which obviously must be her falling into hell and losing all her emotions and stopping aging, blah blah blah. That's off screen. We don't get to see that. You can't do that. You can't be like they are foils and mirrors to each other and have one of it happen before the game even begins. You can't. You have to. Yeah, I know. Just they love Miracle's outfit. They fucking adore it. Yeah, here we go. Okay. To talk about what the missing procedure is. Okay, so, yeah, let me go into this cave. So, you know, when we meet Elena, we go to the purgatory, we can't get in, right? And then there's a scene with Elena where she uses her powers and falls asleep. And so, like, there's this thing where the nomads were sacrificed in the evening, and Sarah is to be sacrificed in the morning, right? So, there was that prophecy. And so part of the reason Denny goes evil is that he sees the nomads sacrificed. He doesn't bother telling everyone else, but yes. So the nomads are sacrificed in the evening. You go to meet Elena in about the mid-afternoon, right? So there's a scene where she falls asleep and FaZe is like, we should break in. We should break into the purgatory. We should go now. And Edge is like, no, we don't know how to get in. Elena does. We need to wait until she wakes up and then we'll get in. Elena doesn't wake up until the morning, and when she wakes up, she's like, ah, fuck, yeah, here's the key. Go in. So you go in, and you are too late to save the nomads, but do, in fact, save Sarah in time. But there's this implication that, you know, like Denny is a bit mad at Edge, part of the whole thing, because if they'd gone in the evening, they may have been able to save the nomads, right? So the question is, there's an episode where Elena forgets to hand you the key to the temple. If she had remembered to give it, could the Black Tribe have been saved? Oh, by the time Edge and the party visited Elena's house, the Black Tribe had already been sacrificed to Asmodeus. Although it was in fact evening then, and the prophecy did say to sacrifice the Black Tribe in the evening and perform another sacrifice at dawn, unfortunately, the sacrifice was carried out earlier. So it's like, so it's not Edge's fault. So once again, the fucking developers of the game are once again saying Edge was blameless. Edge could not have stopped what happened. It was fate. He did not make a wrong decision. They sacrificed the Black Tribe early. So it wouldn't have mattered. Guys, I know people are saying that, you know, it might have been Edge's and Elena's fault that the Black Tribe were sacrificed, but, no, they did it earlier. Why? They just did it earlier. We don't want any nuance here. We don't want you to think it could have been Edge's fault. Yeah, Ender's game level blamelessness. It's just, it annoyed me so much reading that, because it's like alternate Earth. I have to go turn the AC down, but I'm gonna make this point. It's like alternate Earth. Every character goes out of their way to try and be like, it wasn't your fault, Edge. You couldn't have stopped it. He could have. He should have. Yep, cutscene's going. I'm gonna turn the AC down while the cutscene goes. Turns out being angry makes me sweaty. When it's like... It's just like, it just annoys me. It annoys me that, like, they can't even let Edge have a little bit of blame. They can't even... Like, you ruin your own themes that way. Like you do, because if your themes are about picking yourself up after mistakes and loss and all of that sort of thing, when you make someone blameless, that means that, like, they're not picking themselves up after doing something wrong. You know what I mean? If you make it not their failure, if they didn't fail, how can they learn from it when it wasn't their fault? It is not Edge's fault the Nomad tribe got sacrificed. Mu are like Earthlings, and it's like, but all of you people look the same except with different ears. That's something that annoys me about, it's kind of an overall complaint about the Star Ocean and a lot of sci-fi media is it's like, they look like humans, and it's like, they look like, the only difference is their ears. You know, you can't tell an elf apart from a human if you covered their ears. Bacchus is only identifiable because he's a giant robot man. Every other, Morphus, it looks like Myria. They're just space elves, which are just humans, but slightly prettier with pointy ears, right? So they're like, wow, they look like humans. It's like, they look like everyone in the universe. This series is extremely humanoid and humanoid, full. They don't even have, like, no, Ninokuni has the cat people who are furries, you know, full fur. Star Ocean just gives them cat ears. And occasionally stripes. In TV, yeah, you've got makeup and prosthetics and those are expensive. In video games, you could do it. Yeah, the robot's an elf. The robot's a space elf. It's the ideal elf form. I get, like, Limmel there has round ears. Why would they be like, you look like Earthlings, when Limmel and everyone on her planet was indistinguishable? And they are not humans, they are elves. Canonically, Lemurians are descended from the Eldarians. They're space elves. But they have round ears. How would you really look like humans and not they look like Lemurians? Like, Lemurians are not human. They are aliens. They're elves. And so that's like, and I feel like it's not just a problem in this game. I feel like that line exemplifies it though. But like, there's far too much normal humanoid in Star Ocean. I want more. I want stuff like, you know, Xenoblade X, not a great game, but man, it has some nice alien races in it that I wish you had more of. They mostly give you the humans, and I'm like, let me play the Nopon. We need more freaky fellas. Like, you've got aliens. Come on, you could do more. Your aliens could be so much cooler. Give them... They don't even give them different skin colors. You know? Ah, there's steel. Yeah. Yep. That's good. So it is like, wow, they look like humans. It's like, do they, or do they just look like every generic humanoid in this entire universe? Are they really that out of place compared to Rokians? I don't know if they just forgot to give liminal elf ears. To be, maybe there's nothing. Maybe the only humanoid species are humans. And yes, you're correct. In Star Ocean, skin color singular. Yes. I have not played 6, but I think they're pretty much all white. I think they might meant to be Japanese. Anyway, it's a Japanese game, and they make. I guess like they're all Asian, maybe. I don't know. There's a lot of white coding in the localization, so. Anyway, we went to the Purgatory. It was not helpful. But it is like, oh yeah, here's a question. Speaking of phase, the sequence of events from when he encounters the Black Trike when he leaves the party is really impressive. What are your thoughts on that? And it's like, impressive? Strange word. Yeah, yell at me, you jerks. Pick up more fireflies. If there's not many black characters. There was also a thing in the interview about how like they gave Shimada a proper villain's ending because they grew fond of him and they didn't want him to just die, and I'm like, he's not a villain. Shimada's not a villain. He doesn't do anything. You barely ever speak to him. I'm full of crimson fireflies. Alright. I think we're good to just go into town and not talk to the guy who takes my note. Ah yes, this nerd. Alright. He's gonna be a tough boss fight. Oh, doing it solo is going to be terrible. Oh god. Oh man, yeah, he's gonna suck. Asmodeus. Yes, they were asked why. Oh yeah, he is a villain. Shimada, you literally never meet. And, like, the times you talk to him are literally either private actions, or there's, like, the one time he sends, Kenny to, like, destroy your ship. Oh yeah, and there's also a thing about how they're nameless heroes because the USTA was dissolved and they fabricated a cover story, and that's why nobody remembers who Edge Maverick is, and it's like, bullshit. This was an entire organization with pilots, with crew, with standby, like they had an entire moon base full of people supporting this organization. Bullshit that like it just disappeared out of the history books. I don't care that you like, oh, there was a cover-up story. Nah, bollocks. Far too many people knew about the USTA. It was not a secret organization. Well, that's just more of a annoying me point. Yeah, Shimada like never appears, and then he gets this glorious death, and you're like, well, He was a jerk, so I guess it's good he got burned by a laser in the space dust, but like, this guy right here is only on rope. So he's not much of a villain. He is a Grigori, by the way. He does count for Danny's 55 Grigoris. Why is he a Grigori? Don't worry about it. Yeah, that's the thing. The villain here is not meeting don't know each other. It's fine as long as they're an antagonistic force in which, like, they still act upon each other, just not directly. But Shimano doesn't. He might as well not exist. If you eliminated him and his two cronies from the game, you would literally not change the plot in any way. He has nothing to do with the missing procedure or anything else. He kind of is like, oh, we're gonna disband the USTA, but that doesn't matter because you just steal your ship anyway. It literally does nothing. You still talking? Shut up. Yeah. No, I'm gonna postpone your doing this for 30 years. He's just kind of a jerk. Oh yeah, also apparently the director's favorite character was Crow. Well, they didn't want to make a game about Crow, and it's like, no, what? Why would you be like the most interesting characters are Crow and Elena and then make them have so little to do with the game? Put your awesome characters in the game. Why would you do that? You're like, these are the two most compelling characters, so it's the game not about them. Yes, like what is out of balance? That is now that we know that their main theme is balance, I need to know what about this game is about the balance. This Archfiend stuff, not about the balance. This Archfiend stuff has all to do about Star Ocean 1. It has nothing to do with the themes of this game. You don't need to worry about the Archfiend and Asmodeus and his plans. It has literally nothing to do with anything to do with this game. The Archfiend is the big bad in 1. And my favorite character's Crow is a cowardly statement, yes. Oh, but also, yes, they do admit that the UP3 was made to stop the missing procedure. Because if we continue to develop underdeveloped planets, the missing procedure might come back. That's why the UP3 was made. It was made to stop the missing procedure. That is correct. That is it. Yeah, my favorite character is Welch. They do admit in the interview that Welch is... They don't say it, but yes, Welch is a four-dimensional character, as she always is. I don't think they entirely writ her as a four-dimensional character. I mean, the thing is, like, her joke private actions are, I think, like, the biggest leading towards her being a four-dimensional character. In terms of, like, hey, we lost contact with you and stuff, that's her just being a normal character in this world. This guy right here is, I think, the guy who eats my note if I talk to him twice. But yeah, it's like, my image for the missing procedure was something to exist to control space itself, a natural mechanism of preservation. Promotes a kind of natural selection to cull populations that have become too plentiful. It exists to even out the state of the universe. With science having advanced as far as it has, there's no way the underdeveloped planets would be able to defend themselves normally. Their preservation is owed solely to the Underdeveloped Planet Preservation Pact, the UP3. But what if that treaty didn't exist? In that sense, the missing procedure and Nox Obscurus represent the greatest threat to the universe. It's like, no. Luther's the greatest threat to the universe because the universe is a video game. But like, I do not have 3 otherworldly cuisines. I think the dude I have to give the note to is like over here, and then I can talk to that jerk without losing my note. If you want to see what happens, I believe I did show it off. Guess I could do it. I guess I could show it off. I don't have much of a bonus board. I could show it off again. Just make sure I do have the note. Yeah, note from Fez. You mean tripping over the power core is a great start to the universe, but it is like, but again, you can't like, you're like, we're gonna get the creation of the UP3, right? And it's the only thing stopping the missing procedure from taking over the universe again. But then in every game, every single other Star Ocean game, they break the UP3. And also the UP3 is just the Federation. Like, every other race doesn't adhere to it. That's only the Federation. Like, literally explicitly in Star Ocean 3, Quark is an organization that doesn't adhere to the Federation's rules. And they're the Vendini. And it's like... If this was a standalone game that didn't have the context of 3 and then 5 other games around it, I could be like, sure. But you can't have being like the UP3 is the stall, it's the wall stopping us from being flooded with shit, right? And then have the other games taking bricks out of that wall. Like, you can't. It just undermines your point. Oh yes, I have a whole town to pickpocket. Yeah, give me that empty bucket. Also, yeah, where did that piece of hair come from? Where is it going? Have you thought about it? Why? What are you doing? Piece of shit. What a fucking asshole. It's so funny. It's so funny. It's so terrible. It's so bad. Oh man, what? Why would you eat it? Why would you eat it? I have all the things he could do to the note too. Excuse me. Like, you know, he could throw it away, he could tear it up, he could do so much. Like, no, he just fucking eats it. He fucking eats it. I do like the pathologically petulant woman. And yes, apparently, like, yes, they have that. Let me steal from the, petulant woman some fire paint. But yeah, apparently their thing is, like, ever having a technological advance is, bad? No, don't fail. I'm pickpocketing this guy. I'm taking his mixed syrup. He ate my note. What a jerk. Alright, we got some more mixed syrup. We got Shadestone, alright. What you got? Gamble berries. We do like to gamble with our berries. Oh, that small child had some sushi! Oh! I feel bad about stealing that. That was her snack. That was like her lunch. I just took her lunch. Right out of her pocket. Damn Ash. That's cruel, buddy. That's cruel. I took this guy's 80 money before I give him the note. Maybe that's why he ate it. Maybe the perfume on the note was so overwhelmingly tasty. Alright, so he can't go back home until we deal with the quicksand, which is not doable right now, but I have at least delivered the note. That guy cannot eat my note. It's very annoying because when he eats your note, you do just have to, like, go back to try and get another note and, you know, not get eaten this time. It's definitely that, like, if science goes too far, the universe will rebel in order to balance. I like how they think that's the theme of the game. It's clearly not a theme of the game. So this is one of the guys that tried to mug me, and I guess we made him set up shop. So I'm thinking, is that an unintended terrible consequence that we got him into capitalism? You know, UP3 stops missing procedure because the missing procedure gains power from aberrant evolution. So it's like, it's nonsense, but like, its whole thing is that the missing procedure gets power from races jumping far beyond their quote-unquote natural development. So if we don't do that, the missing procedure won't be back, but then, like... But then you do that in every other game since. I mean, I think that's the thing that bothers me, that they say that, and it's like, we made the UP3 as our defense, and look how it lasted for 700 years, and it's like, but every other Star Ocean has you interfering. Every single one. And again, Star Ocean 1, without the interference of a Kenny, because it's always a Kenny, and a couple of humans who crash landed on Roke, the Archfiend would have destroyed Roke. But we stopped that from happening, so isn't that aberrant evolution? This planet should be dead twice over. This planet, man, Roke. Oh, Roke, man. Roke should be so dead. Like, humans interfere and save Roke twice. At least twice, because the Mua are also humans who end up on Roke. But the Mua aren't causing aberrant evolution, I guess. It doesn't jive with the rest of the plot of the series. It just doesn't. Yeah, three times at least, Roke has been saved by aliens. Maybe Archfiend is from Roke. Like, you know, it's just like, aren't we causing the aberrant evolution? Like, this world clearly craves the void. Who are we to stop it as many times as we do? Yeah, the universe knows instinctively what is good evolution, what is bad evolution. Yes, the Prime Directive and UP3 are absolutely sidesteps colonization. It's not a bad thing to not interfere. Hi, may you speak first. With other planets. You know, we learned this lesson from everyone's finally coming around to, like, missionaries are bad. You know, like, finally, it took far too fucking long, but like missionaries who go to these like lesser poorer countries essentially, or countries with not a lot of Christianity, and try to spread their religion and money around. It's like, that's bad. Colonization, it's bad. It's bad, man. We're kind of finally maybe grappling with that shit. But like, this game is like, it's bad because it could cause a supervillain to, an awful Cthulhu-like entity to destroy the world. That's like, by making the UP3 the defense shield for the missing procedure, what you're saying is the UP3 isn't to protect these people from aliens who could come down and basically just take over as gods or supreme beings, you know. It is to protect the universe from an awful, like, evil being. That, you lose a lot of your morality. You lose a lot of your, it's a bad point. It's a really bad point. Steal from the cat. Steal from the cat. What's the cat got? Cat's got strength potion. Fuck you. Fuck you, cat. It's my strength potion now. And so it's like, oh, we're to make it, I guess they're like, this is how it's different. I'm just getting a map up. This is how it's different from the Prime Directive, which is clearly about protecting both ourselves and the planet's cells from destruction, essentially. Because if, you know, you shouldn't give toddlers guns. But like, it's not done well. And by, yeah, it's to protect ourselves. Yeah, it's to protect us. It's to protect Earth from being destroyed by space lasers. And it's like, man, you just made it worse. You just made it worse. You just made it selfish. And boring. But also, apparently nobody knows that the UP3 is to protect us from an otherworldly force that will literally destroy the universe so that everyone breaks it. I feel like you should really tell everybody that the UP3 is to stop the whole universe from being destroyed, because then they might not break it. And the fact that, yes, there are alternate dimensions. Extremely, yeah. So don't talk to the dude. I do have to get his empty bucket. Right, give me the empty bucket. And feathered comb. She wants to get a rock from the purgatory. I got the, I'm gonna just double check I got the otherworldly diet. And we've got the doll quest. Orders. We need to get grape juice. That's another thing. Yeah. There's the shop. The game just does that. It just undercuts itself so hard. Yeah, you. Alright, steal from you. Anti-paralysis, thank you. I'm here to take your grape juice. Oh, it means you can't drink that. Yes, she can. It's grape juice. It's not wine. It's not wine. Alright, so that's done. Went to the Purgatorium. Just save. I feel like we can get this stuff to happen. And this guy goes to Trop before it goes to the Purgatorium. Oh yeah, the four-dimensional players are extremely mad about the Kennys, for sure. You know, all the backtracking is actually thematic. Yeah, for sure. We're about to get the scene where Elena absolves Edge of all his crimes, so... Again, it's like, why would you make your... thanks for the bunny feed. Side characters more interesting than your main characters. You fucked up. Should be the other way around. Oh, I get to see what she sounds like in Japanese. And then we're going to go all the way back to the Calnus, baby. Don't know if I got enough coal. Oh, we're not doing another trip. Yeah, burn it down, guys.
どうだった？残念ながらイレーネさん本人も
Yeah, no, it's a very muddled game on its message and its theming. Its theme's all about balance. I hate to tell you, there's nothing in this game that I would call balance. And I know this, I know the story of this game. I've played it far too often to not know its story. Like, the theme of the missing procedure is the same theme. It's the same as the small themes, right? Stagnation is bad. Natural evolution is good, but also like unnatural evolution bad. It is. You're right. It is a very anti-technology stance. Would not surprise me if the devs don't like things like mobile phones. Firebombing House is bad.
確かにイレーネさんの家だったのに。あ、誰かが来る。
Here's a fun thing about Elena. Elena has that threatening tone and way of speaking, but she's actually a wonderful woman. I wanted to show that side of her, but perhaps some of my personal tendencies as a screenwriter got in the way and made it a little clumsy. I thought she and Crow are destined for each other. It's your classic love romance endings. That's the Crow ending where he washes up on the beach and she's like, I'm gonna fuck you. You're my husband now. Get into bed. And he's kind of like, But no, she's a very brusque woman. Hi, Elena. Weird that you have the surname of the main character of one.
あなたは本当にサラが言っていた。二度は言わんぞ。小僧、来い。はい。では、行くぞ。あれがイレーネさんか。サラから聞いた話とは。
Man, I'm not gonna talk about this until the ending, right? But there's a very funny thing about the ending of this game that I learned from this interview, and I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna give you a hint that it's terrible, story-wise, but I'm gonna save it. There's a lot more to talk about already about the themes and stuff, but there I was looking at one of the questions. I'm like, oh yeah, this is fucking awful. But I need to. It's about the ending of the game, so I'm gonna save it because there's a lot of credits to get through. So I'm gonna moan about it when we get into the credits again. And this interview hacked me off, though. But yeah, also, after the UP3 is established, will emigration from the half-destroyed planet Earth no longer be possible? And you're like, correct, yes, it will no longer be possible. But no. Over time, the Earth will heal itself. Nor have the people of Earth halted their expansion and development into space, as they will continue to erect colonies and engage in terraforming on uninhabited worlds. And it's like... Okay, so... That's still bad. So, if a world is nominally capable of having any kind of life on it, humans weren't put down on the planet. We eventually evolved from single cellular life forms. On any planet, there is single cellular life forms that could evolve. So any planet that you colonize, you are fucking up. It doesn't matter if there are not already people there. You're fucking with it. And I don't inherently see that as a bad thing. But the themes of this game do. The whole point of this game, the part in the UP3, the aberrant evolution, is to not fuck up the balance. But humans going out and taking over a bunch of planets. How is that not overcoming the balance?
そこのでかいの、いい加減に出てこい。うん、そんな姿をしていたのか。
いつから気づいておられた。
It's just that the writers of this game didn't think things
会う
through.
前からに決まっている。
恐れ入った。
Yeah, there's no one here on this planet, for sure.
そこで待っていろ。入れんことはないが、でかい
It is, it's just...
承知した。では自分はここで待機している。
Humans taking over anything
マッカさん、いいんですか？
is bad.
問題ない。
In the universe that they have now created through this game, any aberrant evolution is terrible, but like, is the expansion of the human race into space natural? There's nothing natural about that. That's technology.
家を焼いたばかりか、隠れ家まで襲うの？次から次へ
I'm Yuria.
いい女は休む暇もないのね。そんなに魔王を崇拝しているのなら、今すぐ魔王の元に送ってあげるわ。
Alright. Bye.
魔王復活の阻止か。本当にジオットは面倒な仕事ばかり回すわね。
God, you know, the idea of a secret spaceship, it's not a planet, of space elves
この声は
going around stopping bad shit from happening on the planets, that's a cool idea. It's just a bit space copy, but it at least, you know, is an idea, but then at the end of the game they're like, man, Edge Maverick's right, interfering is bad, we're gonna go off and never be seen again.
だとしたらどうやって入ればいいんですか？
This is the moment where it's now evening. So, the Nomad tribe are about to be sacrificed, right?
貴様らも知っているのではないか？シュドネイ教
Yeah, the humans got massive help from the space elves, but they don't. The space elves give up their technology, but the humans don't.
奴らだ。
No. At the end, the Klaus, not Klaus, the guy who looks like Klaus but is not Klaus, is like, but I wouldn't accept technology handed to me on a platter. I'm gonna create better technology. But like, they still use the space elf technology.
何千年と飽きもせず崇拝し、称える。
But also, like I said, it's just the Federation that has the UP3. And there are plenty of other organizations in the rest of the Star Ocean series that do not subscribe to the UP3. So either the UP3 is about protecting us from the missing procedure and every other game is causing the missing procedure to come out and say hello, which it doesn't, or it's a load of shite.
その名をアスモデウス。
That's what it is.
あの連中の目的は当然魔王アスモデウスの復活だ。私の力を欲し、同志として迎えたいと誘われたが、答えは言わずともわかるだろう。信じられない馬鹿げた話。そんな顔だな。
そんなことは決して。
私は別におかしいとは思わんがね。何しろ私の目の前にいる貴様らは星の海を渡ってこの地にやってきたのだ。
Sure did. Final thunk.
私に言わせればどちらも馬鹿げた話だよ。
Everything about this game is nonsensical. I don't know why we're here.
私を舐めるなとな。
それがあなたの占いというわけですか？
正確には少し違う。オラクル、神託というやつさ。消耗は激しいが占いよりもよく当たるぞ。今回も見事に当たったじゃないか。サラが面白い客を私のもとに導くとな。確かに面白い客だ。
何がおかしいんですか？ あなたはサラさんの友人なのでしょ。彼女が心配ではないのですか。
あれは私の妹みたいなものだ。心配に決まっている。
ならばなぜ。
This game would be more interesting if it was made
貴様ら海を渡ってきた者たち。
with the intention of being more about Star Ocean 3's twist. Yes.
ああ、
Like the thing about it is they didn't want it. They didn't want you to have played Star Ocean 3 first. Like they were like, we want this to be good for like newcomers as well, so they couldn't like have it be about Star Ocean 3. So there's just a couple of nods to it, right?
今この場
But like, it's inherently less interesting
来た者たちよ。
as a story.
パージ神殿で進められている魔王。
Why did we leave Bacchus out? Why didn't we just pop him out the door? He could have come through the door. Not that small.
今魔王が復活してはならない。まだ
It's 30 years too early.
まるでこの先復活するように聞こえますが。
It is. That's Star Ocean 1.
いずれ魔王は必ず復活する。だが今少し後
God, it really does make Roke feel terrible that like what you are not the important ones. You are just delaying. You are
と
just
いうやつですか。
oh no, duct taping the cracks.
重要なのは今魔王を復活させてはならない。
You're not the plumber. You're just using some WD-40 and some duct tape to fix your shit temporarily.
ですからなぜ魔王の復活にサラさんが。
And it just like, I think that's like a crux of it. I think it does have a theme of like, these people are not
捧げられる価値は十分。
inherently special, they're just random people, right? And that's fine. You don't have to be inherently special. Crow is definitely way more special than Edge. But you have to be interesting. You have to have a point. You have to do things. To be told that you are actually, the only thing you are here for is to rescue one single girl. Here's the moment where she passes out without giving us the key card, and the game devs are like, no, if we hadn't done that, no, they were still dead. They've always been dead. I mean, dead the whole time. Even though there's literally a scene in the Purgatorium that contradicts that.
聖なる乙女が祭壇への
Yeah, Edge is like supposed to be a perfect boy.
イータンどうしちゃったのよ。
間もなく道は開かれ、散らされし純白の翼が主に染まり、目覚めるは闇深き世界より来たりし魔王。白き聖なる乙女の朽ちた身を引き裂き。
Yeah, they are special. They have him and Raimi have special powers. Yeah, they contradict themselves at all times. But Elena's like, you are not special. You do not dictate the fate of a planet. And it's like, yes, he does. He literally dictates the fate of this planet and the entire universe. You can't do that, game.
世界
You
は
can't be like, you are not special. You are bound by fate.
何者をも
And then have him be incredible. Like, you can't
美し
do
く
that
滅びを迎え
because he's still bound by fate. It's not like she's saying that and she's wrong. She's correct. The game posits her as correct. The game posits her as correct because ultimately, in order for Edge to be blameless for the death of alternate Earth, it had to have been fate. It wasn't his fault. Nobody could have prevented it, right?
様
The game backs up her
見
assertion
せてやった方が
that Edge doesn't change anything
今のが
repeatedly.
信託だ。貴様らが失
I
敗した
mean, no, you probably shouldn't have done that because it makes you pass out, and that's what. No, sorry, that isn't what makes the Nomad tribe die. They're already dead. It's fine. She didn't do anything wrong. It's also like she knows about Sarah, but she doesn't know about the Nomad tribe.
滅びは確実に訪れる。
You also have to be
だがサラを助
sacrificed.
けられれば変わるかも
Elena, you suck at this.
私はそれにかけてみたいのだ。希代の占い師と称えられても このざまだ。信託を受け入れるだけで体は悲鳴を上げ、他人の手を借りねば友も救えぬ。頼む。サラと。
No, sorry, not gonna save the world. That's interfering. That's against the UP3. This whole bit contradicts the UP3. This whole bit. And it's like,
やめてください。星の運命だなんて。
you know, saving Roken 1 is against the UP3, but they explicitly are like, it's against the UP3, but we're going to save the world anyway, right?
サラどころか、この星の運命まで。
I've already blown up an entire planet, man.
また、そんな、僕に。
Yeah, I've already done that. It's not nice.
愚か。
3 billion people died because of me.
あ、イレーネさん。
しっかりしてください。
何やっても起きないのよ。
Yeah, maybe she should have done that fucking augury.
行きましょう。パージ
It's like, I thought it would be faster to augury, right? But it's like, but you know it hurts. You know it makes you pass out? She talks about that. She's like, I can't, the pain of the augury, so that you could have just fucking told us then instead. You didn't have to augury.
けど、
And then we could have gotten to the purgatorium faster.
それに神殿に入り口はないんですよ。
なければ作ればいいんです。たとえ神殿すべてを破壊しようとも。ダメだ。そんな乱暴な手段は。
But yeah, here, it's supposed to be this scene where Edge is like, wait,
イレーネさんが起き
and Danny's like, go. And like, that's supposed to, like, in order for this to have any weight,
けれど、
the consequence of this needs to be that the Nomad tribe dies.
イレーネさんがそれを知らない
Which causes Danny to have a psychotic break,
を知っている。
and his eyes glow red.
そう思う。
And it literally is a psychotic break, by the way, because it's said in the dev interview and in
僕を見捨てるんですか。
the notes of the game that when they experience intense emotions, their DNA activates and their eyes glow red and like shit just breaks, right?
エッジさんは臆することなく走っていた。
So like Elena says that it was good that we waited because otherwise like we would never have gotten in and it would have just like flattened the place, I
何
guess.
も考
Like
えていなかったその僕が地球を滅ぼした。
destroying their way in would be different because they would have gotten there earlier
怖くて。
and they would have saved the Nomad tribe, right? Because we wait until literally morning and that's too late to save the Nomad tribe.
あなたは戦った。戦ったさ。それでも。
They're yelling, yeah, blah blah blah.
二人ともやめて。
But then the devs are like, no, the Nomad tribe's already dead, so this argument literally doesn't matter.
サラさんを見捨て
They're already dead.
当たり前だ。
仲間を思うフェイズさんの気持ちはわかります。
I like how it's not
私たちの
like
リーダーは
Edge is correct or he has a good point. It's just he's our leader. Therefore, we need to listen to what he says and never disagree with him.
怒らせると怖いみゃ。
Yeah, this is the start of the rift, right? And the rift is supposed to be rent further by the knowledge that the Nomad tribe didn't necessarily have to die. You can't. Alright. Do I pickpocket a woman who is knocked out on her ass and cannot stop? I mean, yeah, the obvious answer is what's Elena got in her pockets? How would she mean What do you mean failed? What do you mean failed? What do you mean failed? Edge! Edge? She's unconscious! Edge, how did you fail at this? She's asleep! Edge Maverick! his hand away. Alright, disintegration. She just does combat in her sleep. Ah, shit. That was pretty good. I think I've already pickpocketed. Yeah, just Edge things failing to pickpocket. Have I pickpocketed everyone? I have pickpocketed everyone. Alright. Oh, that sweat. Oh, maybe it was the sweat. Maybe she was so sweaty that when Edge reached in, he just failed to pick her pocket. But, like, it is, like, you undermine this whole scene by, in that interview, explaining that Edge is actually good and fine, and he, his decision to wait in this matter literally doesn't matter, because, like, she couldn't have woken up in time anyway. Like even if you had gotten the card before she did all that, you couldn't have saved them anyway. And what was she gonna do with that disintegration stone? Does she have a ring to charge?
もう朝みたいです。
それほどか。年は取りたくないものだ。何があった、小娘。
パージ神殿の奥に行く方法で、その意見の
I mean, Elena here already like reinforces that Edge was correct, because she's like, if you had tried to force your way in, you would have died. But like, it's Elena's fault that no matter, like the devs. I think the dev was actually trying to absolve Elena, because they admit that Elena is one of their favorite characters. So I think they're trying to absolve Elena of the death of the Nomad tribe. Even the devs don't like Ash Maverick. Like, for fuck's sake.
それがなければ神殿の奥には行けん。破壊などしようものなら奥の皿も危険だ。
エッジの判断が正しかったのね。
You made the right call, and the devs have even explained further that you made the right call, because the Nomad tribe could not have been saved.
昔、ムーアの血を引く者とかいうやつから預かった。
Oh yeah, okay, there you go. The Mua were Earthlings. So again, they are...
サラを頼む。
Once again, Earth has interfered with Rogue. Yeah, that's either the third or the fourth. Rogue should be a smoldering husk.
そこのドラ猫。確か。
We call her 3 billion, yeah, she's worth 3 billion lives.
何？また私の夢を壊す気なの？
暇になったら遊びに来い。聖女とやらの話。今度は笑わずに聞いてやる。
気が向いたら来てあげる。
Yeah, I feel like there's no strong feelings towards Edge from anyone, including the dev team, which is wild.
小僧、貴様が何を恐れているのか、私は知らないし、興味もない。だが、これだけは言っておく。うぬぼれるな、このバカめ。
Yeah, here, stop being so full of yourself.
果てしなく、世界は途方もなく広い。それを貴様ごときが背負えると思うな、愚か者。栄えるも滅ぶも、それはすべて星の選択だ。これは運命と言ってもいい。ですが、もしや貴様、運命すら操れると思っているのか？だとすれば、増長しすぎだ。
Ah, I see what it is. But this whole scene is like... You don't have the power to destroy an entire planet. It's like he does, though. He did. He literally did. I mean, yes. Yes. Swayed / destroyed.
そこまで至るには貴様の力だけでは不足。
Like, she's not wrong, but it is an absolution of guilt. Because his actions did lead to it as well. If he...
恐れろ。泣け。
Yeah.
されど止まるな。おごることなく。
Well, she sees the future in order to get a place to its true fate or some shit.
自分にできることが見えてくる。ちっぽけな自分にしかできないこともな。それこそ貴様が真になさねばならない。
It's got the swelling music. It's the profound moment when the game tells you what the themes are. It's just... It's used to resolve Edge. It would have worked if it was a smaller crime than destroyed an entire planet.
それに貴様にはそこの小娘がついているだろう。
No? What? Raimi does nothing.
辛いことも苦しんだこともあったろう。だが
The Moon Insider is there to stop Kokobio from killing everyone. That's literally the only thing her power does. Is it stops a contrived moment from a
こ
boss.
の小僧と共にあれ。ムーアの加護を受けて生まれた幸福の子よ。
はい。
Oh, and then Miria just joins us here for no reason. But yeah, no, it is like insignificant as you are. It's like he's not insignificant. He literally saves the entire universe. You can't be insignificant and save the entire universe. Those two things do not come together. But the game backs Elena's what Elena says there, because like, you know, you are just one part of the thing that caused alternate Earth. You are not to blame for that.
夜が明けてしまったわね。
Oh, it's entirely a sequence of events of Edge doing something wrong and then everyone else going to great lengths to resolve him over and over and over again.
すべきことがある。
It only stops at the end because things stop being wrong.
復活を阻止すること。
The things he does are now correct, you know?
君もモーフィスの
But he fucks up on Lemurs, he fucks up on the Cardion ship, he fucks up in Alternate Earth, he fucks up in Rogue.
あえて光栄と言っておくわ。そこの坊や以外には初めてだわ。
We are absolving. Yeah, it's too bad Luger isn't here.
カルディアノン母艦で会った子もいるわね。
Oh, Luger, he could do no wrong. I think that does annoy me. I think protagonists could do no wrong annoy me. I think, like,
それは私が
I like Edge's breakdown. I know a lot of people don't.
このロ
I like mopey Edge. I like depressed Edge. I like the breakdown because it's the moment of this game where he is the only one reacting to what he did in an appropriate manner. It is him realizing he fucked up so hard that 3 billion people are now dead,
坊やのそばを離れて
and that has weight to it. And then the game takes all of that weight right off of his shoulders. And yeah, here's the breasting boobily lady. Once again undercutting all the drama. Hi Miria, love you.
それじゃよろしくね。
It's just like, let your characters grow and develop. Like, the death of the Earth is such a good moment for Edge to start thinking about what he does. You know, he just slams straight first into everything. He doesn't think about what he's doing. He doesn't think about any consequences. He just barges forward. And the moment of alternate Earth is him being like, I can't do that anymore. And he goes too far because he does get paralyzed, right? He gets paralyzed by it. And that's bad too. That is also bad, you know? Like, being paralyzed by the potential cost of your actions leading to inaction, which can lead to bad outcomes, is also bad. And the game works up until that point. But then Elena is like, but actually the 3 billion people you killed wasn't your fault. You are just a tiny cog in a machine. It was fate. You didn't really do anything wrong. And so the lesson he learns from all of this is not to be considered in his actions. It's not to move forward but with caution. It's not to learn a lesson. It's to go back to being the happy, fuck it, I'm just gonna jump into a situation and slash it with my sword dude that he was beforehand. And it just is terrible that that is in fact the lesson that the game bestows upon you. Because the idea of picking yourself up after bad things happen that you've caused is perfectly fine, but he doesn't pick himself up. He doesn't learn. He doesn't become more considerate as a person. He's just no longer depressed now. He's back to being like, what's the line? No, I don't mean it rude, but it's just all they've got. It's something like that, right? It's like win line. Vicus will know it, because the first part of it I've forgotten. Yeah, go at the end. Not that I was holding back, but is this all they've got? He goes right back to his same voice lines. He goes right back to being captain of the ship, a thing that he only got because he was literally there. He was an able-bodied person standing in the right place, well, man, because Raimi doesn't fucking get it, standing there in the right place at the right time. He doesn't deserve his captainship when he goes right back to it without the introspection that you would think would happen because of all of this. Alright, so I'm looking 1 steel, 5 coal. Do I need, how much coal do I need? I also need to drink because I've been yelling, and that definitely need some water and I'm parched. Okay, I need 2 more steel. Okay, I'm good. I can actually get... Okay, good. I did get enough coal. And it's like, Elaine, it's right. I can't let the fear of being wrong stop me. And it's like, yes, but then you don't let the fear of being wrong cause you to think about whether you're right or not. Like, the fear of being wrong is good, if you utilize it properly, but he just goes back to being like, I shouldn't be scared of being wrong. That's the lesson he learns from it, not like I should use this fear to make sure that I don't cause dire consequences by being an idiot, right? He's like, oh, I shouldn't be afraid. Being afraid is for posers, I guess. Everyone else is right. I am not to blame. Hooray! Just... My fear is bad when it's paralyzing, but you should be afraid of fucking up. Like, you should be. I don't know if I can do the water on the bunny. That's the same button as getting off the bunny, so I'm gonna be back without the bunny. Although actually I do need the bunny for the sand to be gone in order to do this. Can I? Oh god, I'm about to find out. Alright. Okay, we got a bucket of water. Yes, because before you kill the quicksand, you do need the bunny. So... need to get the map. mostly for the first one. They point to the next one, but I never remember what the first one is. Alright, the first one is over here. Then we're going all the way back to the Calvin's baby. I don't need to get the private action. And to be fair, it's probably the only time where I'm not caring about private actions. I'm doing the wrong answers and stuff, so I could ignore this. But I have the materials now that mean I can get Danny a much better weapon, and that I actually do want because, man, Danny needs some fun music. I found the remasters, so I don't think this happened in the PS3 version. I need to fill my water bucket again, like, every time. But the music stops. If you're in an area for a bit too long, the music stops playing. And I genuinely don't ever remember this happening, and I've played, you know, I've played 700 hours of Star Ocean 4 on the PS3. Now we're just listening to some bunny stepping. In silence, because the music, I guess it doesn't loop properly. I don't know if it's everywhere, but it's definitely in the desert. It didn't happen in the remasters on PC either. Oh man, is this PS4, PS5 related? Because it did happen on both the PS4 and PS5 when I was playing it on the PS, no, it's not this one, it's this one over here. Because yeah, on both PS4 and PS5 this happened. So this is a PS4 exclusive thing. Okay. The only place I've heard it happen is this desert so far. But that's because, like, it's one of the only places that you're in for long enough. I thought it would have been the other one, but the map says it's this one. Yeah, that's wild, because I thought maybe it was a remaster problem, but if this didn't happen on PC, this is a PS4 exclusive book. Yep. Music gone. It will come back when we leave, I think, but it is incredibly spoopy to be running around with no music. I'll see if going into a battle, once I'm on the other side of the quicksand, once I've done this, I will get into a battle and see if it, like, that rejiggers it. Very funny. Always funny to find me, like, a world exclusive bug. I've found a few in my time streaming. It's just so spoopy. So quiet. I'm pretty sure it does happen other places, but, oh, fill my water. Can't have to refill it every time. Just fill it once, my god. There's also, a very rare type of fish, that you need for a shop quest in this game that can only be found by hoping it spawns in one of those ponds, running around the outside of them and hoping you mash till you get it. Hopefully I did water the other one then. I feel like I got the water. Alright, there's the potent seeds, the upgraded ones. And that's what we get for watering some cactus. Alright, I want to get on the other side of the quicksand so that when I get off the bunny, I don't have to run back till we get in the bunny. It's very annoying if you trap yourself on the wrong side of quicksand and then have to run all the way back to Abune. Yeah, I definitely want that upgraded weapon for Danny. I'm thinking about what I want to do for Danny, because, like, I do need to do some, like, symbol kill stuff. And the Ashley gems would make me very physical. Oh! Oh, getting off the bun fixed it. There you go. Music back. I wonder if it's a bunny thing. Alright, so I got the doll. Got the grape juice. Ah, love song accessory. Okay. Yeah, the bunny had noise cancelling headphones on, yeah. Alright, here, have some grape juice, blah blah blah, blah blah. Thanks. I haven't done some skill boosting in a bit. Everyone just concentrating on HP because that's the only thing that matters for them. Ah, I will need an HP boost for her. Did buy it, good. And I also bought Demonology. And Steel is better on her. I have one for Sarah as well. Alright, we need to max out Compounding, Demonology, and... Go. And you, the doll. Make a better doll, idiot. Oh, right, the daughter's gone. She's in Astral, I'm pretty sure. Yep. Trying, sir. Yatta! Nice, thanks, Miracle. Yes, I'm pretty sure she's an Astral. Oh, I'm gonna pickpocket you. Oh! Oh, you had poop. Oh, do I have enough poop for that lady? Did I give it in? I can't remember. I had like 10 poops. I have 9 poops. Yep, there's Anessa, so yeah. We're back. Then we get another doll. Edges Edge. It's Ashley again. I guess they made an Edge Maverick trophy statue for like a day? Did they make him a whole statue and then replace it within a day? That was Edge Maverick when I left Detroit and head to Trop. It is no longer us. Man, the statue business is good. This is promotion time. I mean, I guess that explains why there's no Edge Maverick statue in this town in Star Ocean 1. Alright, I think I need to, like, reload the area and then he'll have another doll for us. Yep, there we go. Alright, back to the Countess. It's very funny how often I've made this track. That was not what I wanted. Ice needle. Oh. Oh, damn it. Apparently they nerfed. Hey. Fucking rude. Fucking rude, dude. I stole all my fucking cash. Well, he stole some of my money. Didn't really want to get into a fight with this guy. Fucking money! At least I got that money back. I didn't get the other money back. Yeah, stole my money. What a jerk. My limo was absolutely loaded. I'm gonna find some birds, I need that last bit of bird poop. Well. Am I gonna miss? Why are you aiming at that one? What are you doing? I'm so mad. I switched targets. How dare you, game? No, I don't want a feather. I want his poop. Not the bee, the bird. Bird's the word. They make noises, they're delightful. Wow, you wanna come have a go? Fucker? No, I don't want their eggs. You get some bird poop. And they're just not giving me the bird poop. Just giving me everything but the bird poop. These are just poopless birds, yeah. Eat him. Eat him. Come on, come on. I only need one more. No! Ugh. Don't want your fish. Don't want your fish. God damn it. Honestly, is that like everything I can get other than poop? Oh, rotten fish is their drop, I guess. Unless they have another one. So, the item listed at the top, and you only get the ones that have dropped for you, so if they have an item on the list that hasn't dropped, it's not on this list, which is a little annoying. But, no, that is everything. So, if the drop at the top of the list, as long as that you have gotten everything dropped, or at least gotten this drop, is the ology drop. So I need Miracle in the party with her ornithology. Yeah, ornithology is birds, I believe. In order for us to get rotten fish. Parrots and droppings is at the bottom. That's the most common drop from these birds. It goes from rare to most common. So the most common drop is their fucking poop. And am I getting their poop? No, I am getting everything else. The only thing they haven't dropped at me is basil. God damn it. Alright, there's no more birds, so I'm just gonna have to try and get it on the way back. If I don't get one, I'm just not handing in the quest. But like, I'm so close to being able to hand in that quest if I could just get another bird to poop on me. Alright, we're gonna get Danny a sword. Actually, can they? No. Nope. That room. I mean, my guess is I'm not sure I'm gonna get any ending, but... Woo! Support cards! Woo! I mean, does he look sad right now? I guess we've gotten some dialogue changes. Never did get her name. You don't even know she's dead yet. Oh, yeah, there it is! There it is, there it is. I knew there was dialogue explaining that Welch is repairing our ship. I think there's another one as well. But yeah, the auto-maintenance is happening and Welch is in charge of it. Welch is repairing our ship while we're en route. How? I guess she's pressing some buttons. I guess she's putting the automated maintenance button on. There's automated maintenance, what she's doing. What is she doing? It's not automated if Welch is doing something. He works off on a fetch quest. Alright, so now we need to do the dance with Muria now. But no, it's, yeah, I knew there was dialogue, because I knew I learned that last playthrough that Welch is fixing your ship. So there's literally no reason for you to wander off on Rogue. You literally should just stay on your ship. But like, Raimi was like, we need to go out and check if this world is suitable for colonization. It's like, no, it isn't. It has people on it. As soon as you saw a person, you should be like, oh, recon's done. We should leave. It's truly, truly terrible how much these people do not think through the consequences of their actions. They just don't. It really is just common sense that you shouldn't go out wandering when you've landed someplace that you don't know. Like, you're not even supposed to abandon, like, your ship or anything when you, like, crash land in a deserted island. And if she's fixing your ship, just stay on the ship. You can make food. We make food all the time. She will make us pasta of many varieties, Welch will. I can make pasta bolognese, pecorino. I can make a whole bunch of fucking pasta, right? There's no reason for you to go out, other than this is a video game, it'd be very boring if you just stayed on a ship for, like, 3 hours. But, like, narratively, you shouldn't be out wandering. Edge specifically should just never have left the ship. They'd just be like, you guys can go on without me, but I guess they wouldn't let you, like, lose Edge. They just made him not say anything. Like, he should just be staying on the ship. And then maybe they come back and like, we can't do this without you, Edge, or whatever, but like, maybe Sarah stumbles on the ship. I don't know, but like, him wandering out to be like, I'm not going to interfere is like, why wouldn't you just stay on the ship? That has bedrooms and air conditioning and food. You know, it's not even like they don't have food. We have food! We literally have food. It's not a problem. We have so much food. Oh go. Gadget. There's an awful lot of this game. There's a lot of games I play where it's like, don't think too hard, right? This is another game where like, you should not think too hard. I don't think you can enjoy the story even if you don't think too hard, but there are people out there who like the story and I'm just like baffled. I'm baffled by it. As a extremely ardent player of this game, as you can tell, the story, garbage. But like, even if I switched off my brain and I didn't nitpick, a lot of the stuff is nitpicking, like them not leaving the ship. It is a nitpick, it is. I acknowledge this. But like, there's a lot that isn't. The overall story doesn't make sense. The themes are incoherent and not interesting. It's not interesting. Star Ocean 3, baffling game, incredibly interesting. No, well, so like the first half of it is kind of boring. There's a lot of talking, it's a lot of we've landed on a fantasy planet and we don't know if we want to interfere or not, which is a bit more interesting than Edge and Pal's just interfering and not caring, you know, there's at least that, but, you know, 3 starts having, once Maria comes down, the plot of 3 really gets a lot more interesting. And then it just never stops being interesting, right? And it's like, again, if you think about 3 too hard, there are cracks in the this is a video game world, because like, especially when you have add 1 and 2 to that, and there's like loads of cracks. But the idea itself is an interesting enough idea And I think they do enough to make you vibe with the idea. There are plenty of people who don't like it, and that's fair. It's, you know, it's a hell of a twist, right? You know, it's a very alienating twist, because it's a brave twist. It's very brave to do that to your entire series. And you can think that's foolish, and it might well be, but at least it had some bravery. To be like, you know, you like the characters enough in 3 to go through the fairly generic fantasy plot that is Star Ocean 1 and 2. Star Ocean 1 and 2, generic fantasy plots. There's a bit of time travel in 1, but like, generally speaking, the plot of 1 and 2 aren't going to blow you away. There's enough twists in it with it being like you're aliens and they're native and all that sort of thing to like be interesting, and 3 has those elements too, and then it takes a wild leap off a cliff, and it's excellent. If you're along for that ride, it's fun. There's no fun in 4. The characters are terrible, and that loses me immediately because I am an extreme character, like, I love characters in games. Like, the thing that will get me to play a game more than anything else, even if the battle system is kind of boring and everything else is a bit boring, if the game has excellent characters, I will play it. I'm really enjoying Soul Hackers 2 because it's some of the best character writing that there's ever been in a Shin Megami Tensei game. It's why I don't like Nocturne. Everyone loves Nocturne. I prefer Digital Devil Saga, and I prefer Soul Hackers 2 because the character writing in those games is so much better than the character writing in Nocturne. The character writing in Nocturne, trash. Sorry, I know people love Nocturne, it's garbage. The characters are two-dimensional at best and boring. But, so like, you lose me here with characters, and then the overall plot. At least the overall plot in Nocturne is more interesting than this game. Now, the overall plot of this game is we're making the UP3. Like, why did they think that was compelling? They were like, we want to do a prequel in the time between World War III and the UP3, and it's like, man, you could have had something way more interesting. Even the premise of this, the initial premise that it's about Earthlings having to go out and explore the universe in order to find a place to live is far more interesting than where the game ends up. You're going into space, it's exploration, it's uncharted territory, it's every Star Trek ever. Boldly going where no one has gone before. There's a reason Star Trek is so popular, and that conceit is it's a great hook. It's stealing from Star Trek, but it steals a lot of things from Star Trek. Where it ends up is there's a big bad thing that's going to destroy the universe unless we stop exploring the universe. I think I did Edge, I'm just going to check. Yeah, we're gonna entire universe, like finding a new home. Like, it's like you start out Star Trek and Stargate, right? You start out with, we are going out into places we've never been before. I'm a big Stargate fan, by the way. I don't know if I've ever actually revealed that on stream before. I've watched all of Stargate, SG-1, Atlantis. I didn't watch all of the third one, which I've forgotten the name of now. But I'm a big Stargate fan. I watch a lot of sci-fi. I think I actually like Stargate more than I like Star Trek and Star Wars, which I know is like heathen. But you know, you start with this. We're going to explore where the Earth has been wrecked by pollution. You know, we need to go out and find a new home for ourselves. It's not original, but it's the start. It's the start of something. It's the start of something interesting. And then where they go with it is, we need to stop interfering with other planets. And it's like, Edge, you're the only one doing that. you know, it's like, God, it really is like Edge is the only one doing. This is a rule entirely for Edge Maverick. Edge Maverick fucked up several planets, and now we need to stop him from doing it ever again. It's just your story needs to end up somewhere more interesting than it started. And Star Ocean 3 did that. Star Ocean 3 ends up far more interesting than when it starts. There's so much you can build off of that start. It's a starting point. Bune, 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 Bune. Oh, I need star rubies, damn. I can't make a Bune. I think maybe I haven't done these here. Double check. I think I have, but I think I'm done. I just want to double check. And we're done. And so, like, this game just, like, it ends up more boring. And, like, that's the thing that happens in JRPGs a lot, where, like, you start out with a plot that's interesting, and then it ends up being a big bad monster in the sky or whatever. Tails, unfortunately, I love you, Tails, but, like, that happens a lot. There's the love potion. There's the one that makes you attractive, unlike the super aphrodisiac, which makes you, It's very funny, This is the real one, this is the fake one, which I stole from that old man. Yeah, here are the potent seeds that I can turn my seeds into. It's worth holding on to. Anything you need for quests? Ah. You need pumpkin ciders. I can buy those later though, so I'm not that bothered by that. Yeah, 3. I can make 3 of those. You always the opposite sex, or it might be gay. Can't have it being gay, guys. Yeah, I need holy water. I need to put my vending machine up. So yes, I should be able to make. Let me go to Smithery. Yeah, so this needs runic metal, ash, swept hilt, and bracteate. Interesting. I'm gonna buy the sweat. I think I can buy sweat hilt. Swept hilt I can buy on EN2. Okay. This is, and this is the better strength weapon, so I probably just go ahead and make this. I need the steel. I can make down here. It's true, it's only allowed in subtext, not in text. We all know this. Alright, so the one I've got on right now is, like, worse than this. This does have a stun effect, too. That's actually pretty good. I can't make anything, to... Is Zestiria extremely gay in the subtext? I like Zestiria, but it should just be gay in the text. Come on, Zestiria. Oh yeah, wow, yeah, that doubles, Jesus Christ, that doubles my attack. Yeah, wow, yep. Yeah, such a great friend that only he can see. Yep, that is a hell of an upgrade. Very happy with that. Anyway, yes, so yeah, it is like... The Grigori stuff is just not interesting. I'm gonna grab some more water. Over this file. I will be right back. think another thing that I find about the Grigori not being terribly interesting is that they don't do anything. They don't have... There's just nothing... Oh, here we go. You're trying to tell her to, like, this is missable, later on, which is why if you want all the private actions, you hoof it back here, but I don't care. We're just trying to convince her not to kill Crow. But yeah, it is just, like... The Grigori don't have personality, so there's no villain to latch onto. I think that's why it's like the villain's Shamanus. Like, Shamanus not villain. He's a nobody, he doesn't have any effect. Tamiel is potentially the only Grigori that, is even interesting because you meet him more than once. You don't meet any other Gregories. Yeah, why did the Gregories start a satanic cult on a primitive world? I don't know. I have no answers. I guess he might have a Grigori embedded in him, but he was a cultist. I don't know. This game doesn't know. This game doesn't care to know. I think is the thing. It has absolutely no intention of answering these questions because it doesn't think they are important, and that's fine. If they were interesting, if they were scarier, you know, like they're just not compelling as a villain, they're more an antagonistic force than villains because they are a hive mind. They're an antivirus software. They're not. It's not like Luther. It's not a person. And, like, you just loses so much personality from that. And as an antagonistic force, they're just not that antagonistic. Like, Agora just seem to be minding their own business, and then other races come along and eat them, I guess, and mutate. Alright, we'll see what the difference this new sword makes when I fight some birds for their poop. Yeah, why is the Grigori trying to resurrect the Archfiend? I genuinely no clue. No one has a clue. They just really wanted to tie Star Ocean 4 to Star Ocean 1. They did have an explanation. They did mention Roke. Why Roke in the interview? I should find that. I better drink some water. I'm fairly certain they mentioned that someone was like, why Roke? And I think they have a very generic answer for it. Star Ocean 4 takes place on the planet Roke, the same setting for the original adventure Star Ocean. Was this planned from the beginning of development? Yes, seeing as this was a prequel to Star Ocean 1, we felt that Roke should be there. Historically, Roke is first encountered in Star Ocean 1. Oh yeah, oh that's good damage. Don't heal him. But we thought maybe humans had visited there before, and we built the scenario around that idea. I am just like, don't do that. Like, prequels that take place on the same planets, and essentially only 30 years earlier, because Ashley Bernhardt's in here, and he's, like, it's 30 Stardate is, like, one of the time zones in one. When I say 30-year prequel, it's like, you're going to fuck it up. Prequels that close are always a bad idea. No items for me. I didn't actually see if I got poop. I wasn't paying attention. I did not get poop. Alright. Still fighting birds. That's a double bird. It's just like... I don't know, criminal lack of ideas to go back to a planet you've already done in a prequel. You got a whole universe, there's really no need for it to be on road. We did the whole thing to make Edge completely useless on road. Aren't you happy about that? Hey, poop, 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 poop. I can go give that lady a lot of poop. Should probably check that it is 10. I think it's 10. Yep, that's 10 poop. Oh, I never made... Okay, there was something I wanted to make before I ran over. Oh man, that means I kind of have to walk back. That's a pain in the butt. It's for a quest. I'll walk all the way back. If I don't fight... Ooh, I stunned 2 enemies in a row. I stunned 3 enemies in a row. Oh ho! Nice. Thanks for the extra stun on my sword. Alright, got 2 more battle trophies. Heck yeah. Oh yeah, I didn't look at Muria's count. So Muria has 99. I'm really close to maxing Muria. All she has left is to get 255 Demonology item drops. So, you know. She's fought for over 10 hours total. 999 demons. I successfully cast a symbol 100 times in a row. Oh yeah, they enraged 3 times in one fight. That was when, she's just a little girl got, pinged in my brain forever. Storm MP, that's not too bad. Hers aren't too bad. I feel like after Raimi, Muria's is probably like the second easiest, battle trophy list. Alright. I'm gonna go back and find out I can't even make the damn thing. Yeah, that just... It's such a bad idea. I feel like the problem with prequels and I'm gonna say with sequels, 10 Hours Soul, it's not actually that bad, purely because she doesn't have to be the main character. You can have her in the back as well, in battles for the time to count. It's one of the few ones where you don't actually need to be controlled in order to get credit for a battle trophy. It's like that, and FaZe also has ones. FaZe has fight 100 battles. He doesn't have to be the controlled character for this. As long as he's in 100 battles, you'll get it once you switch to him. And Muria is the same, so as long as you have her in your party, time will count. And you're gonna be spending a lot more than 10 hours in fights in this game if you're going for battle trophies. It is a lot of hours though, so I meant to... I do need to make this as well. Worst ones are beat a fight in exactly 5 minutes. That might be one of the worst ones. Get a stop clock and hope you're very good at it. Okay, good. Oh, those giant bird feathers have been very helpful, actually. Alright, yeah, need a feathered comb. I will just, like, check some stuff. This is a quest. I might as well make one. That one I can't make yet. Yeah, I might as well make one of those. Very funny having a trick to tell if I need something for a quest or not. I do need a lot of intensified gunpowder. I might actually make some now. Surprised I wasn't full of thunder gems. I thought that was one I was full on, but yeah, mostly just looked at the compounding. Yeah, I don't have the legs and the eggs for this. I really need to go back to Eos for that. Of course, I've been locked on from. I don't really like to make this stuff for quests. I just like to gather it. Making it requires a lot of shit. I can make some more monster jewels, why not? I got very lucky getting all of Danny's Get Enemy to X Health Trophy so easy. Yes, I extremely did. They're a pain in the butt. I was quite happy to get them quite easily. Hearing anything in here? Not surprising due to being engineering. I need to put the I mean, the thing is, if you, wow, a lot more music now. What's yin and yang? That, I guess. Don't remember where that plays. Song I don't recognize. I mean, I've played this game so many times, I think I would, but... Ladies and gentlemen? Now that one I know. Arrhythmia? Rune Creation Hopeful Mix! Fantasy, cheerful, elegant, gallant. Brass. Alright. How are we doing? 43%. Not bad. I mean, the music's fine. Sakuraba-ing. I don't ever get sick of the battle music. Which is good because I spend so much time in it. It would truly be terrible if I ever got sick of the battle music in this game. I wouldn't, like, choose to listen to it, like on a playlist or whatever, but, it doesn't bother me having to listen to it too much. The overall music is definitely fine. No birds, don't want it. Don't want it, birds. Music's having a bit of a time. Alright, give me some thunder jams. It's gonna need a lot of The music's having a moment. The music shouldn't be doing this. I wonder if having a jukebox makes the music weird. Maybe the musicians of my PS5 are tired today. Because what is it doing? It's like resetting really weirdly. No, well, it's jump scare. Oh no! But it's like restarting. Let's see if going in here fixes it. But it's not working as intended out in the field there. Not even how it was working earlier today. A little concerned. Sound music seems okay so far. That's an astral. Trop. Troy. That was in Trop, alright. One tasty mushroom down. Yeah, it's just destroying the game itself, and the balance is all off, guys. This theme is about balance, and they meant music. The music balance is all out of whack. We need to bring balance to the music again. The town theme is playing just fine. The overworld theme was having a fucking moment. Right, I need a bunny. Need a bunny. Bune. At least now I have a much better sword for Danny, so I really wanted that sword before I fight Tamio, because like that fight is probably the hardest fight in the game on every difficulty. Because after we got the big titty wizard lady. Because it's before you get synthesis. Once you get synthesis, no boss in the game is hard, because you can thoroughly break the game by synthing. But you don't get synthing until after Tamio, and his fight's just hard in general. He summons infinite amounts of dudes. He does a ton of damage to you. He is just like a nasty fight, as we saw when I like played this through last time even with the Ashley Jewels. At this point, the Ashley Jewels are fine. But they're not going to, it's only like 100 attack at this point. It's not going to break the game as much as it did, like 20 hours ago. It's funny, the bunny at the town's gate, so you don't have to go hunting? No. Nah, that would be too easy. Rent a chocobo at a town gate? What crazy game would let you do that? That don't sound right. But no, I just, you know, I think about how they genuinely seem to have wanted to write a game about the UP3. I feel like it must just be a desperate attempt because the main guy, oh, I didn't get that chest earlier, oops. The main guy, the main Star Ocean guy, Kutando, was like, I don't want to make a 4, right? But he didn't want to make a 4, and they made a 4 anyway, so I feel like everyone else who worked on it was so desperate to tie it, to make sure it tied to the rest of the series, even though it didn't. He just came in and yelled at them all occasionally, is the vibes I got from the interview. That, like, they were so desperate, they were like, we need to have it be about a thing that is quintessentially in the Star Ocean universe, right? And, like, the one, apart from, like, humans landing on a underdeveloped planet, like, the EP3 is a through line of the rest of the series, so like, we want to tie it into the rest of the series, so we want to do about the UP3, we want to go to planets people have been to before, let's do Roke. I feel like they were just incredibly desperate to make sure you knew it was a Star Ocean game. I didn't mean to jump. I didn't mean to do a stick flip. Try to do that. Oh, this new sword is so good. I was doing such piss damage. I'm now doing a lot better. Meow. Yeah, he really wanted to go home. And like, I feel like they were just so dead. I mean, after you couldn't do anything after 3, so they had to do a prequel. So their hands were extremely tied on that regard. And I feel like they were like, just go back as far as we can. Just gotta go back as far as possible. And it just doesn't. It definitely is like, it just feels like it's posing. It feels like it came Roke to be like, see, it's Roke. It's the planet from the first game. It's a Star Ocean. Please praise me. Ultimately, they were never going to shift the paradigm, because the paradigm was so shifted by the twist of 3. You would have to be really brave to do something like that again, and it's clear that without, you know, without the person who pushed for that twist in the first place, they were going to play it safe. You know, ish. You know, being a console generation further for a very niche game probably didn't sell that great. I think they definitely, like, were just like, we need to play safe, and it could have been. Instead, they wanted to make a game explaining the fucking. They really wanted to make a game explaining the origins of the UP3. It's what they say. They say that's what they wanted to do. You believe them. You believe them. Yeah. Trap evasion. For sure. I do not wish to be trapped, sir. Goodbye, traps. Right, yeah, you have to card key the pot. That's what you I forgot you have to give the card key to the pot. That's how you open the door forward. Yeah, let's fill with darkness. Ah, yes, the pots. Pots. Everyone loves a puzzle dungeon. It's fine, guys, that we're here late. We couldn't have saved the nomads anyway. Hello. Oh, shithead. They were already dead. We couldn't save them, even if we wanted to. Knock down the walls. Knock down the walls. Ah, yes, I do have to kill the corpses. I should play Star Ocean 6 someday, and the 2 remake. I should play good Star Oceans for once. Funny, I have such a nice board now, but I'm gonna stop playing after the boss. I know the interview really got my goat. Just theme of balance. Theme of balance. I know. Yeah, Edge's actions don't matter. They simultaneously do and don't matter. A thing the game will never address. That it never really wants to address. Alright. Big boy. Look at the big doggy. It's clearly a cat, though. I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, that's clearly a lion. Actually, I think maybe a saber-tooth tiger. What's up, fangs? I don't know why she says doggy. It's clearly a cat. Choke it, then run away. The board is beautiful, don't you break it. you know, the Tweety birds. I feel like I knew this guy was so fucking stunnable. There we go. Gosh, I like the sword though. I'm gonna make it a really good sword later.
エッジさんに負けていられませんからね。
努力が報われるって嬉しまさに完璧。いい気分なのよ。
Two levels for Limo. Wow, decadent. I like that boss theme, yeah. Alright, we got ourselves a ring. I think it is... Ah, it currently does have a charge. So I will have to, if I want to get all the chests anyway, I do have to, like, leave, because there's not enough, ring charges everywhere, which is very funny. There should be a time for me to save and, stop for now. There's not another save until right before the boss. And I've been going for nearly 3 hours, so. This chest is full of good things. Yep, runic metal, bracteate, and quantum processor fire gem. This will allow me to make another rapier if I want that one. I'm not entirely sure I do. It depends. I don't remember the stats of the one in the arena, but what I'm probably gonna do, is get the one in the arena. Right, I need to, charge. One of these charges is mean and opens up a chest that I can't open yet, which is very funny. Oops, not that far. But yeah, there's actually, like... There's more than enough charges to get down the dungeon, but there's not actually enough charges in the dungeon to get all the chests in one go. And the other thing is that there are 2 dark covered chests in Trop. And this ring only has 1 charge. Alright. This is a dark. Yeah, so with that, I'm literally now stuck because I used the charges to get chests instead of going forward. So I have to leave the dungeon and that'll regenerate the light crystals. That's a perfect time for me to sign off, so... Next time, Purgatorium, and I guess I've actually kinda... Oh yes, the stone I need for the girl in Trop. Oh yes, I do need to actually go to Trop and hand in a bunch of quests. Did forget. The next time, Purgatorium, side quests, maybe some arena before I go to Eos. I am glad to share the cursed knowledge. I needed to share the cursed knowledge because it was very cursed knowledge, and it did... That interview, I was just trying to figure out what the actual themes of this game are, and that interview made me very, very angry. Alright, tomorrow we're back with more Dragon Quest Builders 2. More of this at some point, but hopefully it'll be Ni Kuni 2 next week and Dark Souls on Wednesday. So I will see you tomorrow. Bye, everybody!